Today we're heading up to Oskaloosa, Iowa to Kelderman Manufacturing to see Mr. Jeff Kelderman. Why? Well, we've been running Dodge trucks since 1989, which are now Ram, always with the Cummins. I've been running 3500 series all these years. Last year we stepped into a 5500, better brakes, better exhaust brakes,
Papa John's,
and the steering turning radius is much better. Light years ahead of a 3500 series truck, but the ride is extremely harsh. So we sent the truck up to Kelderman and had an air ride suspension put underneath it with a 4-link. The things it'll do is absolutely amazing, which you'll see that after this truck's finished. I've been so impressed with it, we called, I said, I want to come see the facility. Well, everything in this kit is made in-house at Kelderman Manufacturing and installed on the truck. There is so much to this kit, you just have to see it. So we're gonna go see the process from start to finish. When they're done, they ride like a Grand Wagoneer now. And it's just unbelievable the difference between the stock suspension and an air ride suspension. Now this is a 4500 series truck, which I ordered. It took a long time to get it. I'm excited to have it here. Again, bigger brakes, better turning radius,
Papa John's,
and just a more heavy duty, much safer truck to drive. The 3500 series trucks are fantastic. We've run them forever without issue with our 2-car trailers, 3-car trailers, love them. But once you drive a 4500 or a 5500 with the better brakes and a different turning radius, it's just light years difference. However, the ride is incredibly rough, so if you're not willing to put an air ride suspension in it, it's probably not for you. But once you've done that, it is a totally different truck. So grab your cup of joe, let's go to Oskaloosa, Iowa.
Whoever got next is fine with us. Line up. I said whoever got next is fine with us. I ain't gonna let that slide. Think you fly, huh? Me and stay wheels up, it's a ride off. Ain't no shortcut, heading to the top floors. Me and too smart to drop costs, and I got 2 fists, I'm a problem. Nuisance, who's with anybody not me? They losing, I'm proof that. Even when you down, keep it moving. The movement is never gonna stop, man. I do this. Go and line them up. 2, that's fine with us. 3, come and line them up. 4, 5, fine with us. Go and line them up. 2, yeah, that's fine with us. 3, go and line them up. 4, 5, that's fine with us. Go and line up. I said go and line up. Yeah, it's fine with us. I said go and line up. Whoever got next is fine with us. Line up. I said whoever got next is fine with us. Let the blood run cold and the guests know they in my world. The best of both, seen a little more, that mean the less I know. Only thing I gotta do, collect the dough. Do fire for the matches, do the math, kid, put me in and raise the average. Savage, 0 to 100, that's the bandwidth standard. My end zone dance on your casket, camera. 2 fists, I'm a problem, nuisance. Who's with anybody not me? They losing, I'm proof that. Even when you down, keep it moving. The movement is never gonna stop, man. I do it. Go and line them up. That's fine with us. 3, come and line them up. 4, 5, fine with us. Go and line them up. 2, yeah, that's fine with us. 3, go and line them up. 4, 5, that's fine with us. Go and line up. I said go and line up. Yeah, it's fine with us. I said go and line up. Whoever got next is fine with us. Line up. I said whoever got next is fine with us.
Yeah, so yeah, you got your lower bag mount with these massive weldments. The airbags bolt to these spacers goes right here. We have the upper bag mount. We have pan hard bar kit right here. The trailing arms on the bottom shelf, the massive sway bar. So you got all kinds of parts here.
So in the bags,
Like this. We have 2 bags on each side. So we needed 2 bags to get the weight carrying capacity of 5,500. And the reason we do 2 is then we can go over beside the frame. Okay. If you try to go under the frame like we do on the regular pickups, because there's more room, you have to have a massive airbag. And it's hard to find an airbag that'll run that short and not rub on it.
and everything here, except for the bags and the pump, pretty much make it.
Yeah, all this stuff is powder coated black. We'll laser cut. I'll take you down and show you the laser run on.
Yeah, whenever Dennis gets here, how much PSI can you put in that baby?
You can go up 200. We typically run 150. Sometimes with the train horns, we'll run 175. But we make these in-house now. So we bought a tube laser last year, and we'll buy the tubing, and then we'll cut the holes, cut the length, and then we put these caps on. Then we got a rotisserie that turns. Well, this also turns, but you can see this is just robot made. Look at those welds.
I mean, I remember the robot
Perfect.
a couple of years ago, and it looks like it's perfected itself.
Yeah, no, this is awesome.
Well, people out there in YouTube land always say I have a negative attitude. I am smiling from year to year because I'm here, and this is going on the car, and I'll be smiling for years to come.
Oh, for sure.
We are here at Kelderman in Oskaloosa, Iowa. Can't wait to see this operation.
Morning, sir. How are you? Good, how are you? Good.
They're well along in the build.
This table was full of parts yesterday, okay? And we had to see the video. So they're almost done. Like this table's in both sides.
It looks like they got a lot done in the rear too.
Yes.
Wow.
They're done.
So how many hours start to finish, guys, on one of these installs?
Depends on if it has a bed. If it doesn't have a bed like this, usually about 3 to 4 days.
So it's much easier with the bed off.
Yeah, with a bed off, it's a lot easier.
Well, we're kind of starting towards the end. We want to start in the beginning, so I don't know if this is going to work. Well, you're going to see the parts being manufactured. That is just absolutely incredible.
Now this is wrap.
It almost looks like ballistic overkill, which I love.
Well, the weight,
That's
chassis. This is what we need. And yes, I'm smiling. This makes me smile.
So we got 96,000 miles on the 5500 that y'all did, and it has just been incredible to drive.
It's night and day difference.
Yeah,
That's unbelievable. It was almost unusable
Yeah.
for what we're doing. 4500 series truck on a full air ride. It's incredible. Now, this is something I would not want to even attempt in our shop, and we're good. I would want to do this install. Man, that's incredibly slick.
85 gallons onboard factory. Once we put the toolbox on, we're adding 50 gallons on top of that, which means we can do 2 days without filling up. So California is going to be easy.
Well, let's see if we can find Jeff and see some of the production of these cars. Let's check out the bed. I haven't seen it yet. So we've got to give a shout out to Crown Line in Oklahoma, right?
Crown Line, Oklahoma.
What city are they in Oklahoma?
Perry.
What city?
Perry.
Perry, Oklahoma. This is our third Crown Line bed. Quality's fantastic. They fit right. Love the toolboxes. I actually love everything about it. Love the stakes on the side. Really good quality. And if you check their pricing against any other manufacturer of this quality, they've got the best price out
And they're
there.
American made in Oklahoma.
And they actually did one in white first, but they said they wouldn't do it again.
They actually wanted as much as the bed.
It's because they don't. Yeah, well, nobody wants to powder coat white at that size.
Because they had to clean their whole booth out in order to go back to black.
Yeah.
So
All right, so explain the toolbox we got going on there, Sean.
So the toolbox here, I don't know if we've decided. I think we're going to keep everything underneath the cab of the truck. But I told them that we have this space that we could put the pumps, the tanks, and everything in here if we wanted to
For all the air ride on the truck.
We could actually access it if something went wrong.
Right.
I think they're still going to do everything underneath.
How much fuel are we getting with this?
50.
So we're gonna have 135 gallons of fuel in that
Yes.
truck? Wow.
Yes.
How are you, sir?
Good, buddy. How you doing? Park my hog here.
Well, we kind of started at the end instead of the beginning, but
That's all right. These guys have been humping on it, so they're gonna have this done.
it just looks like ballistic overkill. The quality's amazing.
Yeah, no, all that stuff's rolled on robots too. We'll show you that. We have fixtures, and so we'll build these. I think we do 12 at a time. Okay. They'll do tack it up, and then they'll put it in the fixtures, and the robot will just crank them out. So, yeah. So the original shop was built in '76 or '77.
Okay.
So just these trusses right here, this wide, and and just went down to basically where that little wall is there. So that's
You're gonna have a 50th anniversary here in a couple of years.
yeah, I know, crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, we're following you, so we're gonna try to go start to finish.
No, we're going 50. We're actually going to. We're going up to. We're 55 years.
55 years.
Yeah. So,
76.
but well, 50 years here, 55 overall. Dad had a little garage. He started it in 71, 72, then moved into a bigger garage in Oskaloosa.
Look how thick that cuts. How thick is that? Looks like an inch. Three quarters of an inch.
1 inch is the thickest that our machine will cut.
So a 55-year-old company. That is awesome.
Yeah, so, I mean, when we moved out here, I mean, I vaguely remember the old shops, because I already been.
So your dad was the founder?
Yeah.
So you're second generation?
Yes. Yeah, so I grew up out here. I mean, I've been welding out here. I mean, high school, I would go to my first class and have a couple open periods. I'd come out here, have a little weld for a couple hours, go home, take a shower, then go back to school. And then come back here.
It's nice doing something you enjoy though, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember, I remember sometimes in high school after, a football game on a Saturday night, if there's nothing going on, I just come out here, crank up the ghetto blaster, just grab parts and just start welding for a couple hours just to relax.
That's great.
So what's that cutting right now?
The laser cut is cutting, these look like some, we do a lot of parts for other companies as well.
Okay.
Because we have so much capacity. I mean, we only need this thing for 60 hours a week. Well, that's still got 2 more shifts. So these are parts for Vermeer up the street in Pelham.
Okay.
So they're just certain parts, and then they give us their dies, and then we form them. And we do, I don't know how many of those, but hundreds a week. So yeah, you can see how fast that thing cuts. I mean, it is.
Can you look at it?
Yeah, you look.
Wow. That's incredibly
Look how
fast.
fast that thing cuts.
Now this is news on the last time I was here.
What does a laser like this cost?
This is probably 1.1, I'm guessing.
So it separates the men from the boys, huh?
Yeah.
That's 1.1 million.
Yeah. So, the reason we bought the tube laser is we needed to start building our own air tank.
Okay.
I had a supplier, and the price just kept going up and up. It was ridiculous. So we did some calculations. Less than 2 years, I had my machine paid off.
Can't beat that.
And then it's just ROI. And the nice thing is I can order them. I get them when I want them.
Right.
And we can control the quality.
I think even if you get a payback in 6 or 7 years, you're okay, right?
Yeah,
A 2-year
exactly.
payback's phenomenal.
Yeah, 2 years. And even with that, and then once we've been able to pick up a lot of other accounts too, doing parts for them. So really, I'm probably looking at an 18 months and this thing paid off.
Okay.
So
Can we go further down this way?
Yep. Okay. So this is what started. Okay. Then 1983, added on and went this way.
Okay, so this area right here is from the 1970s, this is the 1980s.
Yep, 83 right here. So, from this wall here. We did have a setback in 1982. Dad fired an employee and that came back and put the place down.
No.
Yeah, I mean, burned it down. This survived, but this didn't have. So Dad had to rebuild. I mean, literally start over from scratch. You remember what interest rates were in 1983?
18%?
Yeah, so you have to go borrow money to rebuild what you just already had.
That's brutal.
So to survive that, you really have to admire what Dad.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you lost all your margins just in
and that's
interest.
And back then, I mean, it was just such a struggle. Just like you said, money was hard to come by. So we got an old World War II lathe, manual lathe.
Really?
It's been here since probably the 70s.
You still use it?
Yeah. Now this is just an old brake that we just use for doing those Vermeer parts. They got 3 little dies here, and we just punch these. But yeah, this guy's on his last leg. We are going to replace that.
What does a die like one of those cost?
I don't know. Vermeer brought them down.
Right. There's companies that just make the dies.
I would say if you were going to build that, probably depending how complex, 25 grand, and 30, 40 grand. You know, I mean, I've been in tool and die shops, you know, where they have, you know, presses that are 25 feet tall, and square, 20 feet that, you know, have $1 million dies.
Is that the bag topper in your bag?
No, this is still Vermeer stuff. That they're smashing this with a little oval that goes on.
Okay, so it's not
Yeah, so it ends up like this. These are parts. These are parts for.
So from that to that,
Yeah.
they spread it out.
Yeah, it's just a little stash of that. Yeah. This building here built in '88.
Okay.
So took out that wall and went that way. I remember because I was in high school and we made it. And I mean, I remember this dirt right here. I used to ride my dirt bike around.
Cool.
I literally, when I'd be like 7 years old, I'd jump in a little skid loader and I'd go out and get piles of dirt and try to make my own jump from my little XR80 dirt bike.
So you've been building stuff your whole life.
Yeah.
How big is the entire building?
About 120,000 square feet.
120,000 square feet is what it takes to make a full Kelderman air ride suspension
Wait
kit.
until we get to the powder coating booth.
Yeah, that takes up time.
That's a lot of
This is the robot we were talking about. Hey, Chad, you ever name this robot?
Earl! It's Earl.
These are air rides for shuttle buses.
Okay.
It's like an E450.
Okay.
You know, kind of like you see at the airport. But most of these are going to municipalities that are shuttling handicapped people around. Like we have big contracts with Minneapolis, Twin Cities, and they have Metro Mobility has 750 buses.
Wow.
They rotate 175 of them out a year. They just keep going. And they put air ride on them because the people in wheelchairs, you know, they don't have the cushion,
Right.
the butt to sit on, and
If you've ever ridden in a bus without air ride, it is really bad. Especially for wheelchair, you almost couldn't do it.
yeah.
That's crazy heavy duty. Look at that.
Yeah, but we'll keep walking. We'll come back a little while when you can come back and get some stuff with the sparks.
Can anyone bring their truck here and have a kit installed, or are we just lucky?
Yeah, no, we do a lot of installs. I mean, the thing is, when I say we do a lot of installs, we usually have 5 to 10 trucks in here at all times. But we still skip out probably 98% of the stuff made here is shipped out.
I mean, my guys are really, really good, and we install some extremely complicated lift kits, but I just feel more comfortable having it done here at the manufacturer.
It's so easy for us just to slap it on. And you're better off having your guys doing what they're good at, making money.
Yeah, we're good at G's.
There you go. Feel nice. Look at that weld.
Beautiful. So this kind of became your Achilles heel for a while, and you decided to make it yourself?
Yeah.
So that's the machine over there that you said paid off in 2 years for making your own tanks. They're nice.
So this is shipping. So each table will be one kit.
Oh,
Okay, here's all our shocks.
look at all these parts.
We have check sheets. We're trying to get better. I mean, we actually put like here's a kit guy wants raw. This is an older kit. I mean, this is 99 to 044. That's how old this is. 10 to 12.
So he wanted his rocks. He's probably going to powder coat it some crazy
his own
color or whatever.
Yep.
Will y'all do crazy colors, or you just black?
Yeah. The green. Oh wow. Love it. So here's a tank when they look. You can just see it. Just
That's perfect. So that's a matte powder coat.
we're doing. We were doing 100 tanks a month.
This stuff is so heavy duty. It's just unbelievable.
Well, you got to think about it. All our stuff. We build our stuff with intentions of towing. It's not show. It's for tow.
Okay.
We make it look nice.
But to me, this looks not even exaggerated. It almost looks like it's 10 times as strong as a factory piece.
Right.
I don't doubt that.
It's got to be 2 or 3 times as strong as a factory piece, right?
That's what we're shooting for.
I mean, it's not going to fail.
Correct. Well, in the suspension world, you really, you can't have failures in suspension.
Well, one of the biggest reasons we stepped up from the 35s to the 45s and 55s for me is safety.
Right.
And your kid just makes the truck that much safer.
And I'm
in
not
my opinion.
and have been having kits put on, thousands of ambulances. There's nothing more hard on a suspension than an ambulance.
Boy, they are.
I mean, those guys. I mean, city of Chicago. If there's a traffic jam, those guys will find the nearest railroad track and haul down that.
We actually, when we spec our trucks, they have the ambulance kit in them because it's got the high idle, It's got the extra alternator and extra fuel.
Yeah. Perfect.
So, and it's got a different cooling system.
Yeah.
But the other thing about the 45 and 55 is the brakes are so much better. Turning radius is so much better.
Massive rear axle.
But you cannot drive one unless you have this on it. They are almost undrivable.
They are. It's funny. I mean, we just had another 5500 dropped off yesterday to do after the order. I want to see the gray. Yep. This is the green kit that's going on a black Dodge out there.
Crazy price.
This is it's going to be a 10. It's going to be a 12-inch kit. And you guys are going to run 42-inch tires, so it's going to be a big boy.
What's the biggest lift kit you make? Is that it?
This is it, 10 to 12. Yeah. See,
12
we
inch
get
lift
billet.
kit,
You know, some of this stuff billet.
You shouldn't have brought me here, Sean.
It's been a year and a half for a reason. I smile.
This is a motorhome kit for an F53 chassis, Ford V10. We make motorhomes ride smooth. You know, that right there is a 5500 Chevy.
So you guys don't mind if somebody orders a kit for a 20-year-old truck? You save it. You save all the files.
Yes. So I mean, really, 99 to 04 is the oldest we go back and forth. I did do a one-off for Aaron Lewis.
Okay.
You know, on his 97.
Guess you have to do that, huh?
Well, some of these guys can be quite persuasive.
Well,
So Aaron,
hope I didn't push too hard.
Aaron needed his truck to go in the garage, so Kelderman made it to where it drops, and Louis will go in the garage, sitting on 39s,
He's got 38s on there.
38s. So it'll fit in the normal
We're going to
garage.
get 4 inches of drop off the 8-inch wheel.
I'll tell you this, I've never been such a believer in a product. When Sean bought the 5500 back and gave me the keys, I'm like, this is not the same truck.
Exactly. So
It's
we'll
just
do.
amazing.
So all this stuff over here is our powder coat line. So what we do is they'll hang these parts here.
Okay.
It goes through a media blaster called a Pangborn.
Okay.
And then after that, it goes through a wash system, which is kind of a rust prohibitor that gets in all the cracks and stuff. Then it goes into a dry off oven to dry off all the wash. Comes around the corner. We have 2 booths. One will do the primer, the next one will do the color. Otherwise, if it's just getting a primer, it'll be auto gun primer, and then like all our textured black will just be done in the next booth. But yeah, we fabricated this whole design, this whole system on SolidWorks, and we'll make a few, employees will make a few signs for them. I mean, we make signs for my dad's birthday, different colors.
So what would it take to make a coffee walk logo like that?
That's the right guy.
I do.
Yep. And there's just a handful of different colors they have, to show potential customers if they want to see something. So this is, of course, a friend of mine lost his dog a while back, so we made this. Oh, that's what we got for it. But see how it's got a Nike shoe in its mouth? We're gonna paint this like an Air Jordan shoe.
Okay. Amazing what that laser will do, huh?
Yeah.
Well, this is just a massive undertaking getting this powder coat line in there.
Yeah.
I love seeing
The others has to build it. We still got a lot to go.
Always feels good when you come out here.
So these are our tips.
Are they?
Yes. They just came out of the
excited.
paper.
So that's PW8's color code, right?
Yes.
So what we'll do, we'll powder coat these primer.
Okay.
Then we'll come back here, and then the color side will get DA'd, and then he'll do a primer, and then he'll do the paint. But
God, those are massive.
So we put this booth in, I believe, 5 years ago, and Ron is the name of our painter. He not only is a unbelievably good painter, but he keeps this thing like brand freaking new.
Gotta keep it
That's a
clean.
5-year-old paint booth.
Guesstimate what that weighs, each corner.
I don't know. It's not that much.
75 pounds? That's all
Yeah,
right.
probably 60.
Plus the middle.
But you know what? This is strong enough. I mean, I've hit it here before with mine.
So I probably shouldn't say this, but anyway, we won Best Painted Autorama out of our paint booth 3 years in Road Improvement Point.
Really?
My paint booth this year is going to be 29 years old. Maybe I need a new one. But no, we're still blowing show quality stuff out of it.
Well, that's good. So you know what good paint looks like. So if that's what you're getting on your new Super Duty, that's the nicest thing on the Super Duty.
That's the thing.
You know what I mean?
So it's kind of a modular bumper. You got the center and the ends. That's how we make our Black Mountain bumpers too. We jig 3 pieces and put them together.
Well, there's another.
It also helps on the shipping too if you're going to ship it.
No.
So you do wheels and tires here too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you come around the corner here. We've got.
So I can see your brand new truck for a 12-inch lift and big old wheels and tires. They all do it all here in house. How's that idea? I need a big truck.
So I mean, you know, look like 40s. First, got the important stuff mixed in here.
Yeah, race car.
You know, the boss guy, you know, he kind of sticks some race car stuff in here once in a while.
40.
Yeah. So we made our own fixtures for the tire machine to make it easy for us to clamp on and not scratch the wheels.
So what's the biggest tire you can do?
I believe this will go up to a 50. I don't do anything.
50.
I don't do anything bigger than 40.
This is a 40.
Right here, this is a 37 by 13.5 by 24 right here.
Wow.
24-inch wheels.
It's a big hoop.
Wow. This guy has like 5 trucks.
Really?
I think this is number 5. We're just looking at the 38s are going on this.
Go on this.
37 by 13.5. Yep.
And what kit went on that as far as the
This is,
lift?
this is what we call our 7 to 9.
Okay.
But we're running a little closer to 9. So the Chevys have, you know, independent. So, you know, we have all the brackets. It's still torsion. It's not air ride on the front. It's just a typical GM torsion.
Look how nice that upper control is, Sean. That's
Then
incredible.
we'll do our
Look at
4-link
this.
rear.
It's a
It's
work
better
of
than
art.
stock. 10 times better than stock.
Absolutely.
Then we'll do our traditional 4-link rear. Okay. But then, for example, 2023 Ford
So this guy's going to be running on a 9-inch lift,
with
Kelderman air ride suspension, and it's going to be a nice ride.
Yes.
Well, this thing will handle
Cadillac.
like a sports car.
Yeah, Cadillac.
I mean,
Was-
you can. I'd put this through a slalom against a stock truck.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
See, I
All
thought
these
that
big
was
so-
plastic. I didn't realize it was metal until
Oh no! It's all laser cut and welded in fixtures, and you got all this. It's cool. That's how you get all the, you know, the gloss black, the matte black, and the whites. You can change all. Check out the bends on that.
I mean, it's literally some of the best quality stuff I've ever seen. I'm really proud to have that on the truck.
It's gonna be nice.
Really
Yeah.
nice.
So the guys whipped that out. They.
God, that's a lot of work. Man, I can't even imagine. And it's got to be dead on, too.
Yes, it does.
That, here again, that's why I thought it was plastic. Not metal. They actually make this in metal. It's a jaw dropper.
Is there a chrome plater in town?
No, anything chrome goes to S&H Plating in Nashville.
Okay.
It's
Wow,
actually
that's a long ways.
Madison, yep.
Why do you want chrome plating?
We've been doing a few more things out of mirrored stainless though. So some of the stuff, you know, backdrops and stuff, we'll do a mirrored stainless theme with the powder coated piece on top.
That's neat.
Or vice versa.
I like chrome on black.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it on a white truck. I like chrome on black.
I hate chrome.
I like it.
I hate chrome. Size matters.
It does.
We do. Yeah. We use
Size
monster
matters.
hooks. We've been using monster hooks from day one. Excellent product. I mean, it's really nice. I mean, by far.
really incredible.
Yeah, it's
Well, that's good.
It's fantastic. And then we designed these pockets around this. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is a total pain in the ass.
10,000-pound D-ring.
Right. But making these pockets is a total pain in the ass, and it takes a lot more time to do it, but it's a unique look that nobody else is doing. So that's why we wanted an easily identifiable bumper different than anybody else. Now, without the bed on it, our guys can crank these out pretty quickly.
So that's the
Now,
way
I
you
say
guys prefer the
well-
truck to show up here as cabin chassis?
Yeah, I mean, we'll pull the box off even on a pickup when we do it, just because
Okay.
it's easier.
When we did the 5500, you had to remove the bed.
Yes.
You had to put it on. So yes, this is easier for them.
Yeah, so I'll throw 2 guys on it, and they can do the front in a couple hours per side. Then the rear, you know, they'll probably have 6 hours each in it. So, you know, inside to side. one of the things that we do, you know, obviously you got 4-link design, got pretty good spread here on the side plates. You got a panhard bar here, keep it the lateral movement. Got a little dip here for the exhaust. But one of the cool things is where is the sway bar? Check this out. Wow.
For the rear.
So
That's a sway bar.
yeah, so we yeah, so stock sway bar, you know, about 7/8. It's just a little guy. But when you have
Look at the links.
yeah,
Wow.
then obviously when you pull off your 10 or so leaves,
Solid leaves.
they don't get much.
At all. They didn't.
Wow, learned a different deal. So see how we got this little arm? Yeah. So feel this. It just floats. Isn't that cool?
That is really cool. Way cool.
Yeah. So then he can sit there and he's polishing it, just sit there and turn and then,
Not wear itself
Right.
out.
right. And you have to. I mean, it's otherwise it literally. You get a guy who does this for a year or two and he's like,
I need a different job.
exactly.
So you see these all over the U.S. Literally. His dad designed these. Has been giving these away to veterans for the last since the 1970s, I think. So when you see one of these in any shape or size, his dad made these and gives them to war veterans. Very
Guys,
cool.
remember those mailboxes we got back in the day?
Yeah.
We just put that on top of our mailbox.
I'll get you 4 or 5 of those free
How
leaves.
cool would that be? That'd be great.
You look up here, obviously, just like the barns, Iowa. Well, what else is Iowa known for? Big white-tailed deer.
It looks like you took out the whole family.
Yeah. Well, there's so many deer in Iowa, you wouldn't believe it. So, all these, my brother or me or my son have shot. But you think this is a lot? My dad's got probably, I bet he's got 150 mounts in his house. Wow. But there's some cool stuff here. You know, you know Stacy David. I'm good buddies with him. So. My Superbird is the one on doing donuts at the beginning of the show on gears. This is way back with Courtney Hanson. There was a Harley truck when we were on Power Block.
That was a famous truck.
It was. It was. So we'll go through the main floor here, and then we'll go upstairs. April
Hi.
brought us
How are you, ma'am?
April brought us
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You bought a shirt?
I did buy a shirt.
Well, you didn't have to do that. I would have brought you one.
Oh gosh, no, that's okay. I have you on my computer screen, sir. Well, I mean my daughter. But you're very cool.
Shirts are fun to sign.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's when you write all those numbers and stuff.
Should have made it easier on him.
All right. Well, thank you for watching, ma'am.
Well, yeah, thank you.
It's an honor to see that here.
Yeah, we it's kind of a family thing for us. We
Jump over there, we'll
sit
get
and
a
watch
picture.
and
Jump in there, we'll get a picture.
okay.
I've been out in the warehouse, so a little sweaty. Sorry.
Oh gosh, you're fine.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, thanks a ton for watching.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes, you too.
Tell your daughter I'm sorry she didn't make it.
I will. She was here for a little bit.
We're here all week.
Well, she may make it. She may
Okay.
make it in for a little bit.
Okay.
Dad's running around.
You're gonna love
I'm just gonna pull
the baby
it.
elephant.
I'm gonna pull this off, but this is my dad. My dad was a Richard Petty at truck pulling back in the day.
So that's a CJ6.
So this, that was fiberglass.
Okay.
And when the shop burnt down, hundreds and hundreds of trophies gone, all the magazine, all the pictures and everything. That's the only. These pictures here are the only surviving pictures left.
Well, that's a drag. Sorry to hear that. So
Yeah.
was the Jeep in the shop?
No,
No.
luckily. Actually, I think he had just sold it right before that. But he ran 3 years and it got so hard to even run. I mean, he won 75% of the race. He got first place in this.
That was a big deal back in the 70s.
Oh man! In the Midwest, we didn't have NASCAR. We had truck pulling.
Right.
And if you look at this, see how the back end's narrower than the front?
Mm-hmm.
He was the first to narrow up the length of the wheel. Okay? Tube frame, no radiator. Just ran the water through the frame. See that? That's a tarp right there. Right here. See that?
Yep.
Between the transmission and the drop box, he put about a 10% under big wide combine chain off of something, so he could start out in second gear, low, and he'd get the RPMs up, and you know, obviously that Hemi would bam hit 6,000. Then he could hit that and have about a 10%, so it only dropped down to 5. You go to 6, then bam, he could go into high gear, and just and because of the gearing, he just, you know, everybody else was trying to start out first, and then they have these big drops, so he was just power band, just keeping that right there, 5 to 6, 5 to 6, 5 to 6. Just like basically, you know, redneck sequential.
So he was wearing everybody out.
Oh, he kicked everybody.
Was that a red Ram Hemi motor in there?
It was just I remember they pulled this out of a Roadrunner. I remember his
Okay, so it was a 426 then.
right in there. Yeah. I remember sitting there as a little kid watching them pull this great big Hemi straight up out of that black Roadrunner and watching it as a kid. And where those press brakes are is where they built that.
A tunnel ram on there too.
Yeah, had tunnel rams.
426 Hemi with a tunnel ram and 2.4s and a fiberglass CJ6
Right, so this thing didn't weigh anything.
with boat headers.
So you can see here all these weights. So he built this around the rule book, where the hitch was, how the farthest most point could be, and then he had this weight out so much that if it wasn't in 4-wheel drive, he put it in reverse, the tires would just spin.
That's awesome.
It had that much weight up here. So basically, this is just a mechanical experiment. Put the weight here, how much weight you can get here, where to put the tires, put your wheels in narrow, so that these rear wheels were always pulling in a different track than everybody else.
Right. So he was an engineering genius.
Yes.
Well, Jeff, it's an honor to be here today.
Isn't this cool?
Yeah, your quality's amazing. 120,000 square foot facility, 75 employees.
Yep. That's
Been here since the 1970s.
You know, Dad used to drag race back. That's what you did in late 60s. Yeah.
Well, you've carried the torch for sure.
Yeah, so I grew up, like I said, you guys can, that picture, and I mean, Stacey David has that hanging in his office right next to Big Ole.
Very cool.
So, I mean, you can just hear what that thing had to sound like. And then, old school, tank top, open face helmet, no goggles, just...
Rip and get.
Please tell me you had a big barefoot gas pedal in there like a boat.
It might. I got a few up in the garage. We're going to check out some barefoot footprint. So I made that for Dad today. So his 80th birthday, striking fear in deer since 1944.
Well, it looks like yes for sure.
Yeah. So we'll zip upstairs, do a quick walk. Just got in my office here. Has a lot of my personality. You know, like old Indian motorcycles and the King. We did a Rampage. We did his truck and did an 18 van for him. And
So if we're lucky, maybe next time when we come up, we can see the Joe Dirt car. Rumor has it you own it.
well,
Is that just a rumor or is it true?
Oh, it's in my garage right now, buddy.
So stay tuned.
There's been so many rumors out there, and they're wrong. It's here.
So your airlift controller, similar to your other truck.
Correct.
We put your purge button up here.
Okay.
Your horn button, instead of down here, auxiliary 1 is your horn.
So it's the switch.
Yep, you can just push your auxiliary 1s for your
Okay.
horn.
Like it.
Auxiliary 2, fog lamps down, lower
Okay.
ones. Auxiliary 3, upper fog lamps.
Yeah.
Auxiliary 4 is your headlights.
Do I have another auxiliary button for the rear? I have 2 of them. Okay. Because we're gonna have rear.
Six.
We're gonna need rear lights.
Yep, you have six auxiliaries we use.
Perfect. Thank you.
It's one of a kind.
No, it's not because there's multiple now.
That's the only one.
What? Oh, up there.
Yep.
Nice.
Goes up, now goes down.
If that doesn't give you chills, I don't know what's wrong with you. You're not alive.
Not an automotive guy?
No, you're
That's
not
amazing.
alive.
Yeah.
Now pick it up.
The fully done. I go to ride height. There you go.
Huh.
That's ride height right
Now
now.
go ridiculous high.
Probably wait a second. Shop here.
There you go. Obviously, it'll be a little slower when you
No,
throw
I
your
get it,
your
but-
bed stuff on it, but
You realize how tall that is for a 4500 stock truck. Like, this is basically a 6-inch lift at the end of the day, right now.
we're close. So,
And I never smile on camera, I'm sorry. This makes me cry. It's amazing, Jeff.
yeah. It was a long time. I mean, 2007 we developed this kit. So the only thing that's changed in 2007 is the panhard bar shortened up a little bit because of all the way they changed the brakes in 13. And I think really that's about it. Just the panhard bar. This stuff's all been stayed the same.
I think you should call this kit Overkill.
You have to be though, man.
Agreed.
They have a name for it. What's the name? Ridiculousness? This?
I mean, for safety reasons, you have to go Overkill. I mean, this is just absolutely insane. So we saw all these pieces yesterday in raw steel, which is amazing. This is all laser cut. The welding's incredible. So this is matte black powder coating, really cool texture, and then white to match the trunk, which our color code's PW8. Of course, we've got the Kelderman logo. Unbelievably nice grill. Just kind of like the icing on the cake for this build. See what's going on with the bumper. We looked at it yesterday. It's getting closer. So we got our 8,000-pound worn winch inside the heavy-duty bumper. We run winches on all the trucks. You never know when you get in a situation where you need it. And Sean's pretty good about getting stuck. So when you get,
I get stuck a lot. I love getting
Sean. So we run winches on all our rigs, and they're all now four-wheel drive. We only have one two-wheel drive truck left.
I hardly ever use the four-wheel drive, but when I do,
You need it.
I need it.
You need the winch too.
I need it. I need the winch.
So
Sometimes.
Alcoa wheels are going on the trunk, which I really like. Instead of the factory steel wheel, which is over here. So, like I said, it takes great equipment.
Can I give you
For
a
success.
Funny, can I give you a funny fact about the wheels?
Sure.
Those are off of Ford.
Or maybe Alcoa, it doesn't matter. What
They're off of Ford.
It's all right, I like them. All right, when air rides, the suspension's done. Sean's train horns are in.
Oh, I'm in. I'm in. I'm so in.
Tomorrow we're gonna get to see this thing done. It's gonna be a beautiful machine.
Oh, it's amazing. I got a spot for it at the garage.
I am thrilled and honored to have this in our fleet. So now we're running 4 Rams. If you see us going down the road with all 4 Rams, we're going after a big find.
Yeah, don't swerve into me.
And we got some big finds coming soon. See you tomorrow. All right, well, Daniel Gay's here. Let's go check his hot rod real quick, see if he'll show it to us. Will you, Daniel?
Sure.
He's one of the few guys that has a killer real hot rod that actually drives it a lot. Right, sir?
Every chance I get.
So this car is almost as famous as Daniel is in this part neck of the woods. Oh, and I did find Gary's Corvette off your lead, so thank you.
Oh, good.
So maybe you guys will figure out what Gary's Corvette is later.
All right.
Tell us about your car real quick.
Well, it's a 32 Ford. I've had it for almost 37 years, put 160,000 miles on it. It's 63 T-Bird deep sea turquoise metallic. It's got a 327 Chevrolet in it, automatic, air conditioning, heater, radio, all those modern inconveniences. Other than that, I don't know.
How many guys do you know that's actually driven his all-steel 32 Ford 160,000 miles? He's the only one I know of. Well, I hope you're going to like my vision of this, but Daniel will tell you, if he doesn't like my vision sometimes, he either won't do it or he'll change it.
Let's look at it.
Okay. So what's special about this truck is we sent it up to Kelderman Manufacturing in Iowa.
Okay.
So it's got a full air ride suspension underneath it with a 4-link in the back.
Cool.
And it rides incredibly nice. I mean,
I'm
like
sure
as
it
nice
does.
as a Jeep Grand Wagoneer now.
Yeah.
Like before, you could not drink coffee in it at all. Now you can actually put your coffee and it won't even spill.
Cool.
So the first thing we did is they manufacture everything in-house. The suspension's incredibly trick. It'll be on the video. But they made this bumper.
Mm-hmm.
All these wells have been ground and polished.
I was wondering why you had a spare bumper on your trailer the other day.
Well, there it is. If you need it, so if you need a bumper for a 4500 or 5500 series Ram, I got one.
Yeah, I don't happen to have one.
So they manufacture all that. We saw the whole process. That was from raw steel to finished product.
That is very nice.
So to me, that's a work of art. But I would like this highlighted in black.
Okay.
I would like the center section highlighted in white.
Okay.
This grill is all made out of steel. This is all laser cut. or like that highlighted. And I want the whole truck highlighted, but the style I want to go with is I want to go dagger style. Like Ed Roth,
Okay.
Ratfink style.
Real traditional.
Real tradition, Von Dutch.
That's right up my alley.
I know it is, that's why I'm asking for it. So you're not gonna tell me no?
No, absolutely
Okay.
not.
I want the normal, really subtle stripes that you do,
Okay.
and then I want to go wild.
Okay.
I mean, bananas around the door handles and where everything looks cool. I love to have some of your artwork on these, and then most of all, I'd love to have Daniel hand stripes all our stuff with the not for hire, as this truck is not for hire.
I can do it.
You do that?
Sure.
I was so excited you've been here because I want to finish this project. Can we add some red too?
Sure.
I want to use white, black, and red.
Very traditional.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
watch this. Are you ready, Zach? I'm ready. It's done. Our 2024 Ram 4500 four-wheel drive. We're calling this the Kelderman truck. Full air ride suspension is absolutely amazing, as you saw in the video. This thing rides and drives like a Grand Wagoneer now. Unbelievable. Kelderman bumper, Kelderman grill, worn 8,000-pound winch, Alcoa wheels, crown line bed, BCI toolbox with extra capacity fuel, onboard air horns, and last but not least, an incredible old school dagger style pinstripe done by none other than the absolute best in town, best in DFW, Mr. Daniel Gay. And yes, it's four-wheel drive. We're excited to add this to our fleet. The quality of the build from Kelderman was just so amazing, we thought y'all needed to see it. And next week, at the same location in his private collection, you're gonna get to see the Joe Dirt car. See you next week.
As always, please
Like, tag,
Share and follow.
and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next week.